Hey everybody, how are you? Friday flowers. So last week I talked about the family afterwards. Oh, my hair. Ugh, it's hot, it's sweaty in Palm Springs. It's been humid. Actually, August has been pretty good. It's been nice in the mornings, but you know, there's always something to complain about if you have alcoholism, right? It's too hot, it's too cold. It's too sunny, it's too rainy. The chronic mind of an alcoholic, chronic discontent. So today I've got some leftover flowers. I am going to do this little teeny thing for the table, the kitchen table. Okay, and I'm just gonna do it quickly while I talk about this. I wanna talk about working after you get sober. You know, I talked about the family afterwards, and I wanna talk about how do you work afterwards. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6. Okay, so what am I gonna do? Okay, so I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it kind of fun, I think. I don't know if this will even work, but let's see if it will. Let's see if I can put a little teeny bouquet of these purple mumps in one hole. I'm gonna cut them and see if they stick right in there. Kind of works. Kind of. Let's see. I think it'll work because I'm gonna stick so much around it. I think it'll stick straight up. Let's see if it does. Okay, so when I've shared this before, but when I first got sober, they told me to make AA my job and not worry so much about work. Everything was about work. And excuse me. And the problem with that is that a lot of people use work to treat their alcoholism, okay? So it's another way to kind of think about yourself and feel in control and like you are doing something in your life. And really, you're not doing anything in your life. God is. Because if you were running the show, you'd be, for me, homeless again. When I start drinking, I am unemployable. I have a bunch of roses here that I got in that Ralph's bin that were for sale. So let's get these and just cut them short. Let's see if I can do something here for the table. So this one will be a little shorter and sweeter. I'm supposed to go to the doctor today. I'm gonna get some moles removed. So you'll probably see the byproduct of that the next couple days. Anyway, working. So your fixation is usually on working. You want to get your life back. Some people start exercising. Some people try to lose 20 pounds. Some people want to go back to work and they get a job and 2 jobs and 3 jobs. And it's just a setup. It's a disaster if you do not put this first. So let's say you decided to put this first and everything is going swell. It's finally getting better and you're ready to start working and you get a job. And maybe you don't think it's the job of your dreams and you feel like you're overqualified. That's okay, take the job. Just, you know, God's got a plan here. You might be helpful where you're at. So when you get the job, I did mention the other day that I am doing a whole series of courses that are gonna be unveiled. Oh, I think they're unveiled this weekend. So look for them this weekend. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen today on Friday or Saturday or Sunday, but it's supposed to be this weekend. So anyway, with a bunch of courses on how do you apply for a job when you've been loaded for the last few years and you have no work experience or you exited the planet and they're gonna ask you what this big lapse of time is, right? Why you haven't been able to work. So I'm gonna go through that with you. But let's just say you found a great job and it's a good job. It's, you know, you're not gonna be Bill Gates, but you can at least pay your bills. You can start moving forward, okay? And so you get a job, or let's say you already have a job and you've taken some time off to get sober and now you're sober and you gotta go back to work, right? How do you keep an attitude of recovery when you're at work? Well, I will tell you how to do that. You are going, first thing, the reason that people hire people, Do you know why? Is it because you need to pay your rent? Is it because you need money? No. They hire you to help them make money. Ah, what do you think of that? You are actually being employed to help someone's business, to work for their company and help them make some money. So that is a shift in perception that I'm always talking about. People need to have a shift of perception. People need to realize that we are supposed to be helping now. We're supposed to be adding to. We're not supposed to be going to work to see what we can get, to see what we can take. We're supposed to be going to see if we can make somebody some money. That's the new perception you should have. Look, that turned out pretty cute, huh? It's just a little vase with a bunch of leftover flowers that's gonna go right on the center of the table, and I love it. So now I can just focus on talking to you. It's a little shorter flowers today because it's been a busy week getting this new thing launched. Ooh, but I wanna talk about this because people get this wrong idea. They want a job. Oh, they're not gonna pay me enough. Oh my God, this is happening, this is happening. Hello? The reason that you're working is to help your boss make money. I also have this one really good friend. She's probably gonna watch this. She'll laugh, and I'm not gonna name her name, so it'll be, autonomous or anonymous. You get it. But anyway, she was working for somebody, and she is really capable. She's a type A personality, like a lot of alcoholics are. And she was really like putting in all the systems and putting all the, the pamphlets and the training manuals. And she was really doing a lot for this business. And she kind of started to believe, I think, that this business was her own. And she got sober, and I told her, I said, this isn't your company. Maybe you should show up and do what your boss asks, right? Maybe it's God. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. Like I said, this isn't my home, so I don't want to pick up the phone. So I told her, I said, this isn't even your company. I go, why don't you just show up and see how you can help this man? See if you can help run his business. I know you can run this business, but it's not your business. It's his. And she was like, oh my God, I can't believe I've been doing that. So she started showing up and doing her job. She had a lot less resentments and her life was easier. She had more time. She wasn't getting as pissed off, and no one even noticed. Like, no one said anything when she stopped doing all the extracurricular activities she was doing there. They probably were like, phew, thank God she's backed off, right? So you really want to think about this job. God is going to provide for you. My life is, right now, I can tell you, since I've lost everything and I'm rebuilding my life. I'm not rebuilding my life. God is rebuilding my life. Everything I have in my life is because of God. It's his money. There's no doubt in my mind. I fucked off my life. I ended up homeless, so I'm not very good at life. But God seems to be pretty good at it. And everything that I do and everything I have has come from my higher power. And so that makes it a lot easier for me. It's his money. When I pay my bills, part of what I do is I put money in the basket at my club room. Even though we're on Zoom right now, I still do that to keep the club room open so we can reopen when the pandemic's over. Our club room is kind of meeting there now, but it's been hard because of the mask situation, off and on. Social distancing. So we're in a difficult time, but I still support the answer. That's part of my responsibility. It's God's money, it's not mine. And I'm grateful for everything I have. And when I get to work for somebody, I try to see how I add to. I think I was telling you about this kitchen that I'm in is my friend Florence and Nancy's. They're two wonderful women. And Florence had surgery and needed some help. And I came to help her here, and she started getting well. She was doing everything I told her, and she was getting back on her feet, and really, she doesn't need me anymore. And so I thought, while I was here, she doesn't want me to leave yet, though. She's really nervous. So I decided, well, I'm going to help while I'm here, right? I'm just not going to do my own thing. I'm going to help, and I'm going to, I went and cleaned out their freezer,
And I'm a good organizer, you know, as part of that design work. And I folded everything and that refolded and organized their linen closet. I'm helping her one section at a time go through her closet. So when I leave, she not only feels better, but we made some progress on some other stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just really trying to help her and help her feel good. It has nothing to do with money or anything. It's just I'm trying to help. And I think that is why God keeps blessing me, is, you know, as long as I'm helping, you know, doing God's work, God takes care of my day to day. It's not always what I think it should be, but I have more than I need. I am blessed for sure. It's that shift of perception. You need that. When you go home to the family, you need that. When you go back to work, you need that. You need to understand you owe. You owe. You have been a paperweight, a drunk, loaded paperweight for a long time. And now you're sober and you need to suit up and show up with a smile and see how you can add to. Not take over, add to. Okay? I love you all. I'm going to put these on the table and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.